So, you defeated the sorcerer, I see.
Hey, wait a second.
Yes, How did you know who I am?
I've been watching you from afar, and I knew you weren't the real king, young fellow. I could tell there was a powerful enchantment of disguise upon you.
Tell me more.
No time for that now. The maiden yonder is in dire need of your help.
Oh, I want to be a hero.
How can I help Llanie?
Well now, this is hard to explain, young hero. Let me ask you first. Do you know what you are?
What do you mean?
You are a shape-changer, lad. Why else would you be picked to masquerade as the king? You may not remember what happened, but it's clear you were enchanted for the deception, and no enchantment is powerful enough to give one man another's looks and memories, unless that other is a shape-changer.
It's true that I don't remember who I am, but I can't change shapes. How can I be a shape changer?
Your logic is infallible, young man.
You've forgotten how, son, and you're missing your focus, your ring. You must travel to Slate in Nebatan to regain it, but that's not important now. What matters is that as a shape changer, you do have the power to save Llanie.
How is that possible? What must I do?
All shape changers have the power to heal, for healing is nothing more than the power to shape a body back to its original form. The secret is your Adlan, your healing focus.
I think you just switched voice actors there for a second.
I haven't got that. Must I go to Slaven before I can save her?
Oh, but you do, my boy. That doll you carry, the one that looks like you, that is your Adlan. With it, you can heal Llanie.
Heal Llanie! But yes, looking at the doll a second time, certainly looks like a certain main character, now that he's regained his normal form, doesn't it? Also, you've got a couple new commands with it. Heal others and heal yourself. Let's see how this works. Well, guess it doesn't.
It's not working. She's too weak. She must first be strengthened with magic and with love. Only then may she be healed.
What do you mean, magic and love?
You need a magical way to strengthen her spirit. That will help. You also need to speak to her. Whisper words of love to her. Give her an interest in living. Remember, originality counts.
Right. Here's where we use those bundles. Well, one of them anyway. Not quite sure how it works, but it's a giant sack of shaman magic, so it might as well. Now the second part is a bit more complicated. Now, you'll remember way back in that first update, I opened a book of poems. It had a couple of classics in it, didn't it? A couple of classics that started with two of these three words. That's how you know how to select the right set. It's because originality counts. At this point, we're kind of out of language for the other two. But we've got enough of a phrase that we can keep going. There it goes. Now let's try that doll again. Now that's how it works. That shape changers are able to change their shape both in large and in small ways. As such, by basically concentrating on how they are supposed to normally be, they can change the shape of wounds into natural skin.
Oh. What happened? I'm alive. Thank cow. And who are you, my man, to look at me that way?
Be thankful, young maiden. This is the man who saved your life in exchange for your saving his.
I did not. I saved the king's life and fell from the mountain. I remember that much.
That was me. I mean, I am the king. That is, I was.
This is incredibly awkward, isn't it?
It's a good thing you weren't so tongue-tied when you spoke your love poem, young man, or she'd never have woken up.
He just thinks it's funny as hell.
I remember I was in a dark place, floating. I heard a voice very far away, speaking beautiful words of poetry. It brought me near. Then I felt a terrible pain, and then I woke up. That was you?
That voice belonged to this young hero right here. He's a shape changer, and they have the power to heal if they're willing to suffer a little pain themselves. He saved your life with his words and with his powers.
Then I owe you a great debt of thanks. But what of the king? Is he here?
Let me try to explain. That man you met, the one you thought was the king, that was me. I wasn't trying to lie to you. I was under a spell that gave me the looks and memories of the king. It was my life you saved. The sorcerer broke the spell, but I still remember everything. Especially you.
Well, except for his own life before the spell hit him. He'll never get that back. I might as well just spoil that for you.
You mean that king wasn't the king? It was you? In Sorcel? So that means you're not married to the queen.
Girl, you just met him.
No, I'm not married to anyone. As far as I know.
And he doesn't know a damn thing about himself.
That's interesting. How a person's perceptions can change from one minute to the next, that is. It must have been frightening for you. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How can a shape changer take the form and thoughts of another? My father always said that was a myth, a wives' tale. Shape changers can't change themselves to look like other people.